Drawing from my experience as a nonprofit founder and consultant to other nonprofit founders, this video will explore the 3 most significant mistakes founders commonly make when starting their nonprofits. This is Zena with the Nonprofit Support Agency. Welcome to our training today. The Nonprofit Support Agency provides training courses and services designed to simplify the process of establishing a successful and sustainable nonprofit organization. Now let's get into our training. We're going to review 3 costly mistakes that are often made with new nonprofit organizations. Mistake number 1, do not forget to file your taxes. This sounds really simple, but a lot of times when a organization is new, you think that because you're not making any money or because business has not started yet, that you do not have to file your taxes. Once your articles of incorporation are approved and you have your 501c3 status, you will be responsible for annual taxes. So whether your nonprofit has income or not, whether you have started conducting business or not, whether you have received funding or not, you must file taxes each year. You are at risk of losing your tax-exempt status if your nonprofit taxes are not filed in a timely manner. For most new organizations whose income or gross receipts are less than $50,000, you can file the 990 postcard. This is a quick online filing that takes less than 10 minutes. Provide the company name, the name of your nonprofit, the address, the EIN number or your tax ID number, and then confirm that you receive less than $50,000 in net assets, in gross receipts. If your income or gross receipts is less than $200,000 and your assets are less than $500,000, you can complete the 990 easy. So the 990N postcard is for those less than $50,000 in gross receipts, and if your gross receipts are less than $200,000, then you can file the 990 easy. If your income or gross receipts is $200,000 or more, you will have to file the IRS Form 990. So we have the 990N, the 990 Easy, and the 990 Form. Also, don't forget your annual filing with the Charitable Trust. When you file your taxes, you should also file and submit your annual report. We'll put a link in the description below to the website that allows you to do this. Mistake number 2, failure to register and pay EDD taxes. Sometimes nonprofit entrepreneurs and new business owners do not realize all that is necessary to managing the administrative and financial aspects of operating a nonprofit or a business. And this lack of expertise can lead to oversights such as forgetting or not knowing to pay employee taxes and EDD obligations. Full disclosure, when I started my nonprofit many years ago and started hiring employees, I didn't know what unemployment taxes were or what I had to do. And I've had several clients who found themselves in a little trouble because they didn't know either. So here is what you need to do when hiring your first employee or right before hiring your first employee. 1, get registered with your state tax agency. 2, decide on a payroll system or service to handle the processing of your payroll and employee taxes. This will ensure that you are timely and accurate with managing employee wages, deductions, and tax withholdings. Examples of good payroll systems would include QuickBooks, Wave Accounting, or the services of companies like ADP. Be sure to do your research and find the system that works best for your organization. Number 3, As an employer, you are responsible for withholding payroll taxes from your employees' wages. This typically includes federal income tax, Social Security tax, Medicare tax, and state income taxes if applicable. Number 4, in addition to withholding taxes from employees' wages, you must also pay employer payroll taxes. This includes the employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes. Number 5, depending on your payroll frequency, you must report and send payroll taxes to the appropriate tax agency. This includes filing payroll tax returns, such as the Form 941 for federal taxes. You must also comply with Employment Development Department, or the EDD, requirements. The EDD manages payroll tax and unemployment insurance programs. Remember that tax and employment regulations can vary based on your nonprofit's location and specific circumstance, and failing to pay employee taxes and EDD obligations can have serious consequences, including penalties, fines, and potential legal issues. Many times when you connect with companies like ADP, they take care of your employee taxes, your 941, your EDD requirements, and everything. So again, really do your research. ADP may be helpful, and then also QuickBooks has a lot of add-on services that include some of those options. Mistake number 3. This is the third biggest mistake that nonprofit founders or new nonprofits tend to make, and that is failing to get professional financial support. Now, I'm good at doing a lot of things, and I'm sure you are too. But one thing that I learned from our mentor is to always have the best financial support you can afford to have. Please never try to do it yourself. You will need to have professional financial assistance for your weekly and monthly record keeping, for budgeting for grants and contracts, for reporting for grants and contracts, for your payroll, for preparing for your audits, and for your annual taxes. Professional financial help provides oversights, including detecting and preventing fraud and mismanagement. You have to have a professional nonprofit CPA or an accountant or a bookkeeper. As your organization grows and begins making money, so should your financial support team. I started off with a bookkeeper and QuickBooks, and the bookkeeper did not have the nonprofit experience that was necessary to manage our books. Nonprofit bookkeeping is very different from for-profit bookkeeping. The financial statements and chart of accounts are different. Nonprofit bookkeepers and CPAs know what to do with in-kind support and how to utilize your volunteers. It is also a great idea to have a financial professional on your board. Benefits to having a professional nonprofit bookkeeper or CPA include the following. Their expertise can ensure that your organization's financial records are accurate, compliant, and in accordance with relevant accounting standards. Having experienced and skilled financial professionals overseeing your organization's books enhances transparency and accountability. Funders are more attracted to organizations with good financial oversight, and it shows you are managing your finances responsibly. Now I want to share this experience that I had that reviews the benefits of having a really good bookkeeper and CPA firm. A number of years ago, my nonprofit was a subcontractor under another nonprofit on a county contract. The county made this nonprofit subcontract with us because although my organization was smaller, we were more experienced in doing the required work. So this national multi-million-dollar nonprofit had to include my organization on their contract as subcontractors. And let me tell you, this organization did not make it easy for us. And I repeat, this organization did not make it easy for us. In the beginning of the contract, there was always an issue with every invoice we submitted to the nonprofit. The county paid the nonprofit, and the nonprofit paid us for our work. So at the time, the bookkeeper that we had was very detailed, almost too detailed. But guess what? I took the responsibility of the office processing invoices and gave it to our detailed bookkeeper. And that alone smoothed out our invoicing process. My bookkeeper's invoices and supporting documents were so detailed, this organization could not question anything that we submitted. So towards the end of the contract, the large nonprofit tried to reduce the amount that they owed to us. But again, our bookkeeper provided the necessary backup information to confirm the amount they owed us. She even discovered other funds that they owed us, which they eventually paid to us. So this proves how a bookkeeper and CPA can also identify areas where you are overspending. They can, so this demonstrates how a bookkeeper can really support you and your nonprofit. They can identify areas where you are overspending and maybe help you with some areas that you are just not that knowledgeable about. In another instance, our insurance company was overcharging us for workman's comp insurance. The bookkeeper identified this, and we were able to get a reduction on our policy payment, which helps a lot in the end. So in conclusion, in order to create and grow a successful nonprofit organization, you will need professional help. Again, start out low cost, but always pay for the best support you can find, especially when it comes to your financial books, your financial paperwork, your financial support. The best thing you could ever do is find a good bookkeeper and CPA. This can help reduce your stress and increase your bottom line.